Jennifer Bonjean will be turning in R.Kelly's post-trial motions on next Thursday, February 17th, 2022. And as you guys know, she received several extensions from Judge Donnelly on the deadline to turn in the motions. And she received an extension last week because R. Kelly unfortunately caught COVID in that nasty jail. And because of COVID protocols, Jennifer cannot visit with Robert to speak with him. And because he was so sick, he couldn't speak on the phone, he couldn't speak via Zoom. So they had to wait until he was fully recovered. And thank God he is fully recovered. And the main reason he is fully recovered is because he was fully vaccinated. You know, the vaccine is mandatory for anybody who is housed in any jail in America. So we thank God that Robert is fully recovered from COVID. And I cannot wait for him to be out of that nasty jail. I hate the MDC Brooklyn. I wouldn't wish the MDC Brooklyn on my worst enemy. And I especially do not want R. Kelly to be in that jail. He never should have been there to begin with. It is nasty. It is filthy. He's an innocent man. He was targeted. He was railroaded. This whole trial in New York with the RICO was illegal. One man is not a criminal enterprise. I don't know why the government was allowed to pull this crap. I don't know why they were allowed to bring in all of these uncharged acts and these extra witnesses to testify against R. Kelly and make him look like a bad guy in front of the jury, and basically gave him no chance at getting an acquittal. The cards were stacked against him, which is unconstitutional. And I look forward to Miss Bonjean pointing that out in the motions. I'm glad that Jennifer is on this case, you guys. She is his only attorney in New York. All of the other attorneys have withdrawn. He has no attorneys in Chicago because Greenberg and Leonard filed to withdraw, and the judge accepted their motion to withdraw yesterday. So he has no attorneys in Chicago. I don't know if Jennifer is going to file to be on the Chicago case, but I hope that she does. You know, I hope that she does. I think we're going to get a delay in Chicago. I don't think the Chicago case is going to trial in August because he has no current attorneys. So right now we're still focused on New York because the New York case is not over. You know, that has to get tossed out. That verdict has got to be overturned. And if Ann Donnelly doesn't overturn the verdict, then the Supreme Court has to overturn the verdict based on principle. R. Kelly did not get a fair trial. The judge did not allow him to bring in his evidence against those worthless, God-forsaken parents. You know, he wasn't allowed to bring in evidence on all of the accusers and all the men that they sucked and fucked and all the celebrities that they chased to suck and fuck while they were up there on the stand acting like they're victims. He wasn't able to bring in his evidence to prove that he did not fuck that whore, Geronda Pace. So it's a lot of shit that was left out of the trial, simply because, you know, the government, you know, had his lawyers in the back pocket. We all know Greenberg was working for the feds. He talked like a prosecutor. He never spoke as an attorney who wanted his client out of jail. But that has changed. Jennifer Bonjean is on the case, and I'm confident that she will be successful in getting this ridiculous, illegal verdict overturned. It's not over, y'all. It's not over. It's not over. There's no way all of those extra people should have been allowed to testify. There was no reason for Haley Calhoun to be getting up there testifying if he's not charged with Haley Calhoun. And any sex tape with Haley Calhoun that they had shouldn't have been shown because he's not charged with her, and Haley Calhoun was over 20 years old when they were having sex. So why was that relevant? All of that shit should have been tossed out. You know, the whole trial was illegal. They violated R. Kelly's constitutional rights. We all know he had no business being charged with anything relating to Aaliyah because Aaliyah has never been an accuser of Robert Kelly, and she's deceased. She didn't agree to be a part of this shit. Her mama didn't come down there and agree to be a part of this shit. You see how quiet her mama is? These people know R. Kelly is innocent. R. Kelly did not commit a crime. And if they thought he married Aaliyah 30 years ago, why didn't they go after him 30 years ago? Why now? Why wait until Aaliyah's dead for 20-something years to drag her into something that she didn't ask to be a part of? That's not legal. Aaliyah was legally unavailable. Aaliyah never pressed charges. Aaliyah never accused this man of a crime while she was living. She had no business being a part of the trial. I can't wait for this shit to be overturned, y'all. I've been so upset. See, I hadn't been making videos. I've just been so upset. I've been waiting for this to come up about the motions. So we almost there. We almost at the point where motions have got to be filed. The Chicago case, that case should have been dropped because Avenatti turned in all those tapes. They say they got 4 tapes on the indictment, but I think it's only 1 tape that they chopped up into 4 parts with that girl, Roshana Landfair. And Roshana Landfair now saying that parents were bribed. They got money to switch their story up. Roshana Landfair is not a victim. Roshana Landfair and her family have benefited off of R. Kelly for the past 20-some years. She's not a victim. And how is R. Kelly charged with child pornography for women who are pushing 40? Child pornography for a woman who is pushing 40. And Lisa Van Allen is their main witness, one of the main witnesses in Chicago. They moved her from being an accuser, of being a victim, to being a witness. To say, yeah, I was on the tape. Lisa Van Allen, 42 years old. How is that child pornography? Do you see how insane the feds are? How can grown women with children and grandchildren, like the old people say, chillins, how could they come up there and holler child pornography? They victim of child pornography. And Lisa Van Allen was 18 when she met R. Kelly. Why did she keep telling the lie that she was 17? This is insane. Child pornography for women who are not children. Grown women who don't even probably look the same as they claim they looked on whatever alleged tape that Avenatti scounded up. I don't know where he got them tapes from. Who had the tapes for 25 years? Who had the tape for 25 years? Why aren't they charged? Lisa Van Allen's baby daddy is going to be testifying. Why isn't he charged? Why are all these criminals allowed to get on the stand and testify against R. Kelly and say he's a bad guy while they give them deals? I really hope Jennifer Bonjean signs on to the the Chicago case. I really hope that she does. Because I think she could be successful in getting the tapes dropped because Avenatti turned them in. Avenatti gave them to Kim Fox. He met her in the bathroom stall. She met Avenatti in the bathroom stall like she was going to suck dick for $5. And he gave her tapes, sex tapes from 25, 30 years ago. Why would a married woman be meeting a shady attorney in a bathroom stall like a prostitute, like a crack hole? Why wasn't it turned in the proper way to the police? Why they going in a bathroom stall? Did she suck his dick in the bathroom stall? Did Kim Fox suck Avenatti's dick in the bathroom stall for him to give her them tapes? Probably so. But all of this needs to be brought up. There's no way R. Kelly should be going on trial for Chicago. Avenatti was all involved in that Chicago case. He's now convicted twice. He's about to be convicted a third time in a couple of months for stealing from that disabled man. He stole $4 million from a disabled man so he could fund his private jet. That man couldn't get medicine. How is this shit allowed? These cases against R. Kelly are so filled with corruption and nothing was done the right way. And people are saying, oh, yeah, we don't care how they got him, just get him. No. If they have to do all that to get somebody, that means the person is innocent. If you had to go and suck Avenatti's dick, Kim Fox, in the bathroom to get him to give you some sex tapes, then maybe R. Kelly is not on them tapes, which I already said that ain't R. Kelly on them tapes. Them tapes were altered. I don't know what Avenatti did with that tape. That's the first thing that needs to be brought up by the whoever takes over the Chicago case. I just want this verdict in New York overturned before he goes into Chicago so he doesn't go into the Chicago case as a convicted man. You know what I mean? I want that case to be overturned before we get to Chicago so he goes in there on a clean slate. Anyway, free R. Kelly, fuck all these hoes. I see Lizette Martinez got a book called Jane Doe Number 9. Why is this whore talking about R. Kelly 20-something years later? She just want to be a part of something. Doesn't this whore have kids? What are her children doing while she is running up behind R. Kelly? I don't even believe she even fucked R. Kelly. Where's the proof that she didn't even know this man? I think she had one fan picture with him. Where's the proof that she was even there? She was all under R. Kelly's comments for years talking about, oh, King, oh, we love you, King. And then all of a sudden she's sexually abused. And he wrote You Are Not Alone about her. Bitch, if you don't get the fuck on, these are some stalking whores. I wish I would be sitting up here talking about a man 20 years later. That's some stalker shit. But, you know, their baby daddies ain't about shit, so they can't talk about them. Their baby daddies never accomplished anything. Lisa Van Allen, baby daddy, still selling crack. You know, both her baby daddies. You know, they still selling crack. They still doing whatever the fuck they doing. But they gonna be the star witness in the Chicago case. The government cut deals with them. I never seen so many people so eager to get on the stand and talk to them people. This is unbelievable. When I tell you these some sorry ass folks, they so eager to talk to the federal government. And you got Geronda Pace coming back to testify in Chicago, as well as I heard Haley Calhoun was coming back to testify in Chicago. All these other chicks that were in New York, even though they're not a part of the Chicago case as victims, they're gonna as so-called victims, they're gonna be testifying. They might bring back what's her name? Faith Rogers. Azriel, I could see Azriel coming back to testify. Because Geronda made that video saying that they came up to her house and told her she got to come to Chicago. She got to come to Chicago to testify. Geronda is a part of the state case in Chicago and the federal case. So she definitely going to be there. But don't be surprised if the feds don't bring back everybody from New York to testify in the Chicago case to make him look bad in the Chicago case. I see what games they playing. That's why they charged him in both jurisdictions, because they probably had a feeling that RICO case would be thrown out. But they're going to use everybody from that RICO case to come back and testify for the Chicago case. And that would get tossed out too. It's no way you should be able to stack the cards against somebody like this. It's illegal. R. Kelly's civil rights have been violated. Y'all going back 30 years on him. How is he supposed to remember who he had sex with 30-something years ago? He's an entertainer. You know how many women R. Kelly probably had sex with all over the world? He don't remember these folks. He don't know these hoes. He don't know Lizette. And Lisa Van Allen need to go take care of her bastard children. 42 years old, talking about, oh, I'm a victim. Lisa Van Allen was a prostitute before she met R. Kelly. That girl, that woman said so on the Breakfast Club, that they were running tricks together. Why is Lisa Van Allen acting like she was an underage victim of R. Kelly when she was 18 when she met R. Kelly? These are some psychotic bitches, y'all, that won't fucking move on. I never seen anything like it. Oh my God. I would hope my family would like stab me if I was talking about a dude 20-some years later. It's just stalker shit. And I'm not a stalker. I don't have that type of mentality, you know. None of these chicks are taking accountability for being whores when they were younger. They're not taking accountability for chasing celebrities. They're not taking accountability for their prostitution. R. Kelly should fry, according to them. But they're not taking accountability for being promiscuous thoughts. And I have a problem with it. But anyway, R. Kelly gonna get out of this, y'all. R. Kelly gonna get out of this. Harvey Weinstein about to come home. You know, if y'all been paying attention to that case, the judges are not happy with the way that Harvey Weinstein was treated and all the extra women that were brought in. So he about to come home in a few. So we'll stay tuned for that. But anyway, free R. Kelly, and fuck anybody who don't like him.